True.
Okay. Are we ready to go?
I think so.
We
I was
are.
just checking on the
I
cactus.
was totally zoned out for a quick second there.
That's okay. Took a power
Gonna
nap.
get locked in here. You guys ready for this?
Yes.
Are we sure?
I think we can send it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And welcome back to Jeff and Jay. Once again, Jeff, not here. That's okay. Nathan,
Hey,
riding the bull.
bottoms up to you, Jeff.
Bottoms up, Jeff. Here we go.
How are we doing today? I feel like we're all really tired right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit. You
A
know,
little
it's a Saturday. It's been a wearing Saturday for a number of reasons.
Like 7 other reasons.
Yeah.
That
Specifically that.
that the
number.
audience doesn't know about.
Yeah. Depending on when this airs. But it's okay. It's good. It's exciting. I really enjoy the creative process and even sometimes when it feels like work, it's still fun work.
Yeah.
So
True.
today on the podcast, we're joined with Austin on tech and my lovely wife, Madison, over here.
Well, practicing that diagonal wave.
Beautiful. That's classic, man. That's hard to do, to be honest. Like, you think about Miss America as like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But just
You
the
got to get the elbow going, and then you got to get the wrist
mechanics
going.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Austin's got it.
I feel like I'm just
There you go.
like
Here,
scooping.
close your
Yeah,
hands
like,
and
it's-
scoop. You got to
okay,
scoop.
so scoop.
It's a little scoop.
There we go.
Whoopty scoopty poop.
Yep.
What a classic.
Great.
Okay,
Okay.
today, let's
got
move on from that.
Today we got a cactus.
Today we have a cactus. It's very real and not at all fake. But that's not the point of today's episode. Today I have a special segment.
Special.
I'm gonna make I'm killing myself in the edit right now, but I'm gonna make a little bumper, a little maybe musical tag with an animation. This is called Mystery Collin Theater. Kind of a spoof of Mystery Science Theater 3000. What I have for you all, hidden in the back of this box, that I have prepared earlier, is our good friend Collin Moore, who many may, if they don't know him, start to think we're making him up. But I assure you, he's very real.
Very real person.
So real.
We do something the kids do these days called I am each other or instant message at work. And he sends me the weirdest stuff. Like, he just tells me unfiltered about his life. And some of his chat logs are so ridiculous, I feel like I can't keep them to myself. This is one of those things. It happened like 3 days ago. And so what I thought I'd do is I'd print out the chat logs. I got his permission for this, so nobody write me an angry email about violating privacy. I didn't. Whoever, does somebody want to play these are scripts now for us. So who wants to play the part of, there's 2 parts available. One is me and one is Collin. Who would like to play which?
Are we taking turns?
No, I'm just going to give one to each. Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to read back and forth because it's a chat, it's a conversation.
Oh.
But 2 people will be talking and 2 won't be. Is that right?
Correct.
I'll
Basically-
be Nathan. I want to see if I nailed the
Oh
inflection.
dear, I feel like I'm going to get roasted here. Who wants to be Collin?
Sure.
Austin?
Yes.
Austin, you're Collin.
Austin.
You were roommates with
I
him,
do.
so you
you
know.
are roommates.
It's true.
I think you need to get a little bounce in your seat.
Yeah, like the
When he drives, yeah.
I literally, okay, we drove down to West Yellowstone the other day together
yeah, that's right.
for a wedding.
Josh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it
And
is.
he literally driving. I don't know if I've ever seen someone.
Not to mention, like,
Yeah.
I like my car seat up straight. We've
Yeah.
talked about this.
Yeah.
His is like almost forward.
angled forward.
It's bolt upright.
And like, I literally never seen a single person move while they drive.
No, and he
they're just like,
he can't not move. I drove all the way to Wisconsin with him once.
really?
Or no, where was that wedding?
Minnesota.
Minnesota with him.
It's almost like he's willing the car to go faster
Yeah.
Yeah.
through
It
his
was- I was-
It's like I do that
lurching.
when I'm sitting in traffic.
I think we
Not
had
when
some
I'm-
good conversation, but I was just more amazed. I'm like, watching him, like, this guy.
His abs have got to be something else underneath.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, we're getting distracted.
Colin, we love you. Austin's reading
It's not
ahead.
a Jaws. Okay, we have a chat log here, so if you all want to assume character.
Okay, Nathan, you ready?
No, my microphone's buzzing. I'm ready now. Go for
You're
it.
so ready.
I'm excited about this.
This is gonna be
There,
great.
by the way, there's 2 pages at the end that you don't have to read, but there are photos on them that are, hopefully you didn't eat recently.
Oh.
Oh, I saw him take that photo. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to be in the house when you made that. Okay,
Yes,
go
I
ahead
know.
and go
That
ahead
was
and
great.
go ahead.
Dude, I had an open face sausage gravy sandwich with butter lettuce that actually tastes great from Grandma's garden, and I'm still full. But maybe in a couple hours, I'll be ready for something tasty.
Wow, man. That sounds intense for breakfast.
I put pineapple juice in it, so it was kind of sweet too, which I think I liked.
What on earth? You lost me there. That sounds gross.
It's called brute force food science.
Pineapple juice and sausage and gravy?
One day I'll discover a great pairing.
I DK about that.
Yep, boiled down with the milk.
You're joking, right?
Well, most people have something sweet nearby, i.e. syrup on pancakes or honey on biscuits.
This is too much for me.
No, I had a Ziploc bag of pineapple and it was all watery and I didn't want it all watery. And at the same time, I had a pan with sausage and flour on the stove. So why not just pour it in there to sweeten it a bit?
My dude, there are plenty of reasons not to do that. Pineapples are pretty acidic, so it would likely curdle your milk to add that juice to your gravy.
Well, I added it to the sausage and flour and boiled it off before the milk. Oh, imagine curds in gravy. Dude, I should make gravy with cream or real milk and something sour. Ooh, that would be so good.
Emoji of a door.
I like door 1.
Emoji of a door plus a man leaving.
But door 2, just add cheese to gravy after making it.
That's me running for the door.
You should go over for breakfast sometime.
Only if you let me put it on YouTube. I need something to go viral.
Emoji of door. Emoji of man running to door. Run to my door. Only if I get half the royalties. If so, I am so down.
Well, half of 0 is 0.
Come on, dream big. Set impossible goals.
Yes.
And this next page is a horrible picture of what appears to be throw up
Yes.
simmering on the stove.
He has a picture of the food.
Yeah, we'll put it up, but Josh, you can take a look
Yeah,
at
I
it.
could.
That isn't what he sent me the next morning, so it wasn't
what he made.
It wasn't his pineapple gravy.
Okay.
Starting the gravy like 40 minutes ago. Too much milk, took too long. Now eating.
Oh,
So that's gravy he's making. Flip the page and hold on to your stomachs. Kids would put up this photo too.
why is it so pink?
So read the caption.
Yes.
those are-
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go for it.
Is this a Collin?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Collin also.
Yes. Those are Cheetos in a sausage
No.
gravy omelet in a suspension in milk.
No.
Read that one more time.
Yes.
Those
there
are Cheetos, period. In a sausage gravy omelet, period. In a suspension in milk. Period.
Period.
And my guess is they're flaming hot Cheetos. That's probably why it's so red.
They were, yes.
What is wrong? I mean,
I came
Collin,
down for breakfast right about this point, right there.
did you really?
I was like, what are you? It's like, I put Cheetos. Pretty much that sentence right there, he said to me.
Yeah. So that was horrifying. That was a 2-day exchange.
Is there pineapple juice in this too?
No.
Okay.
No, that was a one-time experiment. He was talking about brute force food science where he was like, he would just do as many millions of combinations as possible till he found a good one. But have some common sense, my dude. Pineapple and gravy. Anyways.
I think someone's got to teach Collin how to cook before he can try brute force food.
I think he needs to care about what he puts in his mouth before he can
That's true.
cook. I don't know.
You're
but
back.
anyways, I don't know, just that whole exchange struck
Wow.
me as funny. And I thought
That was great.
more people needed to be beholden to that than just me.
Yeah.
So
So keep an eye out for our future content where we do cooking with Collin.
yes.
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
That's going to pair well with my super good gay Greek facts.
Oh, that's a
It's gonna be
great point.
Great time.
Oh, that's right. Because you and food.
We just don't pair well.
Yeah. What were some
I'll
of the
take those
things
scripts
that you
back.
just like? I feel like we've talked about this before where, well, today at lunch, you wouldn't put anything on your lettuce. You just ate
Right,
plain
yeah.
lettuce.
You
No,
didn't know
I
he
put
put strawberries on
strawberries
there.
Okay.
But
okay.
no
That was
ranch or dressing. Yeah, don't like dressing on my salad. Austin's feels that way too.
Yeah, Josh.
He also did strawberries.
I had never done that before.
Yeah.
Which, can we just take a second? Ranch on spaghetti,
Yeah,
not on salad.
correct.
All right, moving on. I'll leave that one to the audience to decide. So that was this week's episode of Mystery Collin Theater. I have no idea how often this is going to be recurring. That's mostly up to Collin. I don't know.
It just depends on the kind of conversations he has with you.
Yeah,
Really is what it comes
but so we'll have content with him at some point too. So hopefully y'all can meet him.
Yeah.
And he is indeed a real person.
He is.
I know he sounds fictitious.
But he's very real.
I could not make this up
He's
if I
like
tried.
roommate real.
Yes. He is unfortunately real for you sometimes. So did that smell bad when you came down to find that flaming hot?
I don't think it really did.
I guess it wouldn't be too aromatic.
It wasn't really, no.
But like I could see flaming hot Cheetos mixed into an omelet. Yes.
Yes.
Like
No.
I wouldn't eat that, but like that's not too crazy.
Yeah.
And we also have to give him some leeway because he cannot smell. So I bet he is looking for a little bit of an extra kick in a lot of his food.
True,
This
but
is
the
what I
thing
feel like is true, yeah.
we'll never know if he has a better or worse sense of taste because of it though. Because you know how typically if you plug your nose you can't taste as well, but I think that's because we're used to gathering both of those senses at the same time.
Yeah.
If you were born without the sense of smell, would it be like in Lord of the Rings where when he like some senses are heightened and some senses are darkened, right? Like when sometimes like people go blind so their sense of hearing
It's
is really
called
good.
neuroplasticity.
So
Okay.
is his sense of taste higher since he has no sense of smell?
Well, I feel like it'd be hard to tell because he was born that way.
Yeah.
You know, neuroplasticity is usually applied to like people who lose something, where that part of the brain like kind of takes over the old space,
Sure.
and so it's enhanced. But
Gotcha.
But maybe it's different because it seems like those two are directly connected and you can immediately tell a difference when you just take away the one
Yeah.
without having to
Yeah.
be like, I went completely blind and then 3 years later I can hear better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly what the correlation is there. But that's the thing is like he may just not have a very good sense of taste. And so it's just like whatever. Like he loves really, really hot food and he can eat
Very.
very hot food.
Yes.
So that kind of is indicative that maybe it's not as his taste isn't as sensitive, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That, it's just one of the things that's so subjective. He has nothing to compare it to, so we'll never know. So
See, you get
There you
hot
go.
Doritos into a breakfast burrito.
so it's got some crunch to it.
Yeah, it has a crunch and some spice. And it's really good, actually.
Okay. See, I don't think that's disgusting. But a milk
I'm just gonna-
suspension of
yeah.
flaming hot
I
Cheetos
still
and
think
egg.
I would also just opt out of chips in the morning, but
Sure. That's
yeah,
probably a
it
good
is
call.
pretty intense for the morning.
Yeah. But anyways, cool. Well, we'll have him on the show at some point
he'll get on.
on a show and we'll delve deeper into this whole thing. But
I kind of want to like go online. I'm sure this can't be like the first time that this has happened, and I want to like research what kind of tests that they do
sure.
and see if we can replicate them, because I think that would be really interesting.
yeah.
We'll see how many tests there are available to run on Collin while we're at it. So
I'm sure Colin's open for a lot of testing.
he would be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, he's weird, but he's compliant with
Yeah.
a lot of
Very.
stuff. He's very personable. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
I don't
Collin is
want
great.
our listeners to think that we don't
He's
like
just a-
Collin.
No.
No, we love Colin.
He's great.
He's just so unique. It's impossible not to talk about him.
Yeah.
So
He's just a character.
yeah, thank you, Collin, for existing. Because my life would be much more dull without you.
much
to
less
be honest.
spicy.
Yeah. Who would I have a wing off with at B-dubs and regret my life? Nobody but Collin.
Yep.
Nobody but
Anyways,
Colin.
okay. I don't know what time we're at this point because we abandoned the sand timer. It was stressful.
15.
Let's be real. But there's another unrelated topic. This is kind of a grab bag episode, if you will, because I knew Mystery Collin Theater wasn't going to take the whole time. Madison and I just watched A Quiet Place. Very good movie.
Good movie.
No spoilers here. Get yourself out there, watch that movie.
Yeah,
If you
before
like,
y'all judge us for watching a quote unquote horror film, we would have you know that it's no scarier than, I would say, the Thriller music video of Michael Jackson. Because
Really?
the monsters aren't really the point, you know?
No, but there's some really suspenseful, like,
I know.
Intense
But as for like
moments.
horror or scary, like
I
it's
think
suspenseful, but
there's
it's not.
It's just a suspense movie rather than a horror movie.
Yeah.
I think that genre's become so fragmented now too that it's like we now think when we think horror, we don't think like Alfred Hitchcock, who is like the father
Oh, yeah,
of horror.
he is horror
right?
movies.
But his horror movies were just really suspenseful.
Yeah.
Nowadays we think horror and it's like gore, right?
Yep.
You think Saw,
Yeah.
you think someone getting ripped apart and viscera. I think that's the turn the genre took because that's easy. Like writing a horror movie that horrifies people is easier if you're just doing blood and viscera
Yeah.
because that people just have a guttural reaction to it versus being smart and writing a smart script and doing it intelligently, which I really appreciate. So whenever you run across a horror movie like that, those I like, honestly. Like I'm not a big fan of like jump scares, which there were some, and I'm not a big fan of gore and viscera, which there was a tiny bit of that.
but not really. It was like a guy got
yeah.
cut on the side and
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. There was a little bit of that, but the real like sort of sense of dread and uneasiness did not come from the gore at all. It came from the like
the concept almost like how do you raise children in a post-apocalyptic world? It was like more of a
yeah.
It was an interesting kind of thought experiment.
Yeah.
Really well
almost.
done. Which, because of that, it got us thinking, and specifically Madison thinking, in a post-apocalyptic world, because we were talking about ourselves, like
Right.
the pairing of ourselves, right? Which would we do well with her, like with the skills we can bring to the table. So we thought, and our parents, we had talked about that too. My dad's an electrical engineer and he can wire stuff. Her dad can fix pretty much anything, and so just like a
I'm coming to
combination
you
of people.
guys when this happens now.
I don't know. That's what we were thinking. Is like,
Okay, I'm going to Brian Berger. Let's just be honest.
I know. I would go to Brian Berger.
I'd go to Brian Berger if it wasn't an apocalypse. I'd be like, hey, can I hang
I
out
do
with
go
you?
to Brian Berger. Actually.
You're pretty cool. Can we spend some time together? But who would be and I guess anyone with like supernatural powers excluded.
Okay,
Right?
Just normal human beings.
normal human
Yeah.
characters from movies and TV shows or video games, you know? Like there are obvious, like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, right? He's resourceful, he's cunning, also kind of reckless though, like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
Assemble
yeah.
a dream team of 2 people you can have with you in the post-apocalyptic world.
2 people.
Let's say 2 people, right?
I think we should bump it up to 3.
3 people.
Okay, so
3
it's a team
people.
of 4 total. You
Yep.
and 3 other people.
And it has to be fictitious. We're not
Fictitious
going to
characters.
use people
Yes.
in our real lives.
Okay.
Yep. Fictional people.
Fictional people.
Madison, have you given any thought to this? I realized that we
Yes.
posed this question and I hadn't even really.
Yeah, I haven't
I
really.
did.
So I think we all need some time to think. But
Yeah.
Madison, while you're talking,
Okay, so I would take some Parks and Rec character, one of them, because I realized in a post-apocalyptic world, it would probably be really easy to really feel down in the dumps, and you'd want that one person to go to who was always like, get up and go kind of, we can do it kind of person, even if they had no other skill besides being like the team motivator.
so positivity.
Yeah,
So is that like a skill you feel like they could augment for you?
yeah.
Like it's okay. So you need someone to pump you up because you get depressed.
I feel like it'd be really sad,
Okay.
especially if you spent just the rest of your existence with only 4 people.
Sure, that's fair.
You better like them.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would probably take, why am I blanking on her name? Head character of Parks and
Leslie
Rec.
Knope.
Leslie Knope.
Leslie Knope.
Okay.
I would take Leslie Knope. She's a go-getter, always positive,
Okay.
seems to like dream big, think big.
Sure.
I would take her.
Yeah. You think she'd be good in a pinch?
I think so.
Cool. All right.
If nothing else, she'd like have the energy and the motivation to at least try to help you out there.
Okay. Do we want to do like one person do 3, or we kind of bounce around and each
Let's-
just
Let's each pick one for now.
One at a
okay.
So
Any of you guys have thoughts? I got a couple in mind.
You do? Go
Yeah.
throw one out.
Okay, I'm thinking about all of the Bourne movies, right? Every single one of them features a scene where Matt Damon's in a bathroom, like fixing himself up, right?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So it's like combat medicine almost, you know?
Yeah.
Like I know he's not a real doctor, so that might be nice to have like a real doctor. But like I feel like he's like resourceful enough that he'd just be able to help you in a pinch get through anything. I don't know. That was just my thought. It was just like, yeah, he always is injured. And I feel like that'd be likely to happen in a post-apocalyptic scenario.
Yeah.
So it'd be sweet. Plus he can kill and fight and strangle and hit
So
people
Jason
with a
Bourne.
book or a candlestick or whatever.
That's a good choice.
So Jason Bourne, yeah.
Yeah, you stud.
I feel like one.
Well, I picked him because he's what I'm not.
But you're a stud for thinking of him.
But would you be nervous that he would maybe go rogue and not tell you what the plan was?
He seems really loyal.
He seems loyal to you.
Like he never like killed every member of Treadstone.
Yeah.
Like, it was just the people who were trying to get him. And then whenever he was like with a woman, like multiple women died by his side. Spoiler alert. Jeez, if you haven't seen the Bourne movies.
Sorry,
you know,
guys.
hold yourself.
You probably should watch them.
But like those people he was like doing his very best to protect,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't feel like he would in a survival scenario, unless I was somebody who was like gonna get us killed, which I feel like, finish me off at that point anyways.
Yeah.
So I survival of the fittest. I say that now. I'd be begging him for my life.
Please help me.
So yeah.
I got one guy in
Hit me.
mind. Have you guys ever seen Lost?
No.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Okay, you've seen
Yeah.
Lost. It's been a number of years since I watched. Like the last time I watched it, I was a freshman in college.
Okay.
Maybe a sophomore. So I don't remember a lot of the names anymore. But the lead guy who's a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
It's
I've
killing me.
only
I can't
seen
remember his
one
name.
episode, but I do
Okay.
know who
Yeah.
he is. Yeah.
Shepherd, I think maybe is his name. I'm making stuff up probably. I could honestly just Google it. Lost characters. Let's
Okay.
just do that. I'm gonna do that. Anyway, he's a doctor, but he's also pretty resourceful.
Sure.
In a number of ways. Just, kind of similar to Jason Bourne, in a pinch, he can really heal you. I mean, he in one episode, he himself, his like appendix burst, and it was going to
took it
burst.
out?
He took it out.
Nice.
Himself.
Nice.
On his own self.
I saw a picture of like a Soviet
Yeah.
doctor doing that.
Oh, yeah, Jack Shepard. I was right. His name, Jack Shepard.
Okay.
I
So
would
we're-
totally go with Jack
Emergency
Shepard.
medicine, that's important.
Yeah, emergency medicine guy. Plane crashes on an island. He just heals everybody just fine.
Cool.
Pretty resourceful dude for being on
Yeah.
stranded
Yeah.
on an island.
Austin, you got a character?
I'm fighting, but I'm thinking show Psych.
Yes.
Sean.
Sean Spencer.
Yes.
Really?
Super observant
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
and lighthearted.
Okay.
Very-
Oh, so some levity.
Yes. Because
Am I using that term correctly?
Levity. Yeah.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm feeling like you would need that in that kind of situation. And the ultra observedness
Yeah.
would be very useful as well.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'd take his dad over him. Just because his dad
That-
seemed to be
yeah.
really observant too,
That's true.
but also like wasn't a kind of goofball. That like messed around and didn't get. Although that's a really solid choice, to be honest. The more I think about it, huh?
I haven't seen Psych, so I'm-
it's good.
Yeah.
You've
I
seen
haven't
one
looked on
episode.
I did. And I don't know
It
if
starts
I
off
would
kinda
take him
slow.
because to me he seems once again like maybe he'd make a decision on the fly
Sure.
that would maybe not be for the group's best interest.
I feel like he
But
gets
I
into
don't
some
know.
scenarios in
I
the show
only-
later on
yeah.
where he's
I only know season 1, so if he changes,
Sure.
then for
To-
sure.
yeah. That's a good. Okay.
Yeah.
Madison, you got another one?
Yeah. So in the Bourne movies, there's the character called Q. Do you remember him? He's the tech guy behind the scenes.
Okay.
And he's younger, which is great because I realized if you're in a post-apocalyptic world, you kind of want people who are like in their prime, probably, at least in part. And then he can basically build anything.
Okay.
Like, remember, he's the one who makes the Bond car and stuff like that.
Oh, you said Bond movies.
Bond movies.
I thought you said
I thought you
Bourne
said-
movies.
Oh,
You said
sorry.
Bourne.
Q,
Oh, I meant Bond.
Q from the Bond
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah,
So
Q.
Skyfall,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in Skyfall,
I
that
know.
kid.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like if you can build your own like supercar that shoots flamethrowers and like
Yeah.
stuff like that, I would want somebody who'd be able to build me some good like defense.
Could he
you know?
survive in the apocalypse without like if there was no power?
Yeah.
Or there was power but not as much like
Well, I feel like if you understand how things work with power, then maybe you could understand how things
Sure.
worked without it.
just the engineering mind. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Engineering mindset.
That's pretty solid. That guy's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
my thoughts. I'm realizing my team is more defensive than offensive.
Yeah.
But I'd take that.
It also depends on the nature of this post-apocalypse.
Yeah, like what
are
kind
there
of apocalypse are
predators
we talking
trying to
about?
kill us, or
Like-
are we just trying to survive in
Yeah.
a world like a brand new world scenario? Because that's where my mind is going.
Brand
more
new
so.
world kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the road
Yeah.
almost.
Sure, but there was plenty of dangerous stuff in the road.
I
That's
mean,
true.
in a post-apocalyptic world, it's
A
gonna
polka apocalyptic world.
Dude, that would be the scariest world.
There's accordions
be
everywhere.
tragic apocalypse
Harmonicas.
right there. Not a fun one. Okay. In a post-apocalyptic world, I think you're gonna have some like governments are shut down,
Yep.
and we all know what happens when there's no authority.
Sure.
People go nuts.
Sure. Anarchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Regardless, you're gonna need to be able to at least talk your way out of stuff.
Okay.
If not fight your way out of
That's
stuff.
true.
Which,
Okay.
I mean, those defensive guys are able to do that as well, I think, too.
Okay. I have another character now.
Okay, you get your character round 2.
I want to take you back to 1997. The man himself, Brendan Fraser, starred in a little movie called George of the Jungle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That
No.
guy,
Yeah.
George of the Jungle.
Oh, like the live action one?
Yeah.
George.
George of the Jungle. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know what you're talking
Okay, hear me out on this. I'm getting a lot of
he's
weird
an
looks right now.
idiot.
George of the Jungle. Okay, he may be an idiot, but he survived out in the wilderness, so he clearly knows what plants are safe to eat. Okay, I'm thinking that's important because I know nothing about that. I was just talking to Nate Norberg about mushrooms, and I know nothing about that. He would know. Plus, he can communicate with wildlife, right? That's a very valuable skill. And have you seen his treehouse? The dude can build a treehouse, which I think would be sweet in like an overgrown, I'm thinking like you're in New York, maybe it's all overgrown, and maybe not New York because, whatever. You're in the jungle, George of the Jungle. Take him with you. I think that's an all-star member of my cast here.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I'll need to sell you on that more later, but we got to move on here.
Yeah,
So,
interesting.
all right. Josh, you got
All right.
another character?
I think so. I think I'm okay. So we got Doc Shepard.
'Kay.
Jack Shepard. You know, he's resourceful as a doctor. Can help out a lot that way. He's team-minded as well. Keep that in mind. Is our first guy. Second guy, I think. You know, you mentioned Leslie Knope.
Yeah.
I think I'd go for Ron Swanson.
You take
Yeah.
Ron
Yeah.
Swanson.
You know
Okay.
why? He's resourceful as all get out. He can
Yeah.
build anything. He's got a cabin
That's
in the
true.
woods with defense. Like he's, you know, remember that episode where he's choosing to sell the cabin
Yep.
Yeah.
and he's got to get rid of like
The landmines?
landmines.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
the
like
razor wire.
you don't have to
That's
get rid of that
valid.
if it's a post-apocalyptic
Sure.
world. You're fine with that stuff. That
You should
actually
probably keep it.
get more of that stuff
Yeah.
is really what it comes down to.
Plus, the lack of government would likely make him
Yeah.
be an endless source of positivity.
Right. He
would
would
be
he would
in
be
his
loving
element.
it. And I mean, he's got so much stocked up. He's got gold buried somewhere. And he just keeps baking in the ceiling. It's like he's gonna be fine. And he knows how to hunt, fish, build. He's a man among men. Jack of all trades.
Love it.
So
Love it.
you gotta have a Ron Swanson on your team.
Yep.
Okay.
Austin, second character.
It's very similar. I'm thinking MacGyver.
Oh, that's a good one.
Austin.
That's a
Yeah,
really good one.
Fix anything
Yep.
and can get around a lot of traps and stuff like that.
Yes.
So once again,
Unkillable.
yes, this is
5 minutes or less, he'll get you a solution.
Yep.
Dude.
That's a good
I
that's a
like
good
it.
pick.
That is
Great
so
pick.
smart. Okay. All right. Love it. Madison.
Okay.
Number 3. Round out your cast.
So this is my hard decision, and I haven't picked a third person, but I'll tell you what I would be hoping for. In my post-apocalyptic world, I would have gone through PA school, so I would know some medical training.
Okay, so you got that
I
covered.
would be my medic,
Yes.
probably,
yeah.
hopefully. So I would want then a wildlife survival guy.
George in the Jungle. I'm telling you. Okay, so who's your
so
pick?
I would probably pick Indiana Jones,
Oh, good choice.
Dude.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Snakes though.
Snakes, but I mean, it's okay. I feel like Leslie Knope could handle the snakes. She would just wild card it.
Okay.
And then if you've got Indiana Jones, he knows, he's been in the jungle for a billion years. He knows how to get out of a tight situation. He knows probably what to eat, what not to eat, how to get it. He's always resourceful with his whip, which is always a weapon you can have in a post-apocalyptic world.
True.
Okay.
I would take Indiana Jones and put him in the lead role there.
So he's your star character.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's recap your entire team.
Leslie Knope, Q from
James Bond.
Skyfall, and Indiana Jones,
Okay.
and myself.
And Madison.
That's pretty solid.
Okay.
I don't think Leslie Knope and Indiana Jones would get along that well.
There'd be some tension there.
There'd be some tension, but
But it'd
I
make for a
think
good film, though.
yeah, I think you
Be
can
an
make it work.
interesting one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Rounding out my cast, we have, first of all, Jason Bourne. Secondly, George of the Jungle. Third, the classic Will Smith film, I Am Legend.
Oh,
Seen that movie?
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this?
Yep.
Give me that dog. Yeah, buddy. There's a German Shepherd in
Give me
the
that
film
dog.
I Am Legend who is just a beautiful
Yeah.
soul. Austin, you haven't seen that movie. It's all right. It's decent.
I thought it was really scary. There were a lot of jump
It's not
scares.
It's not scary, but it's not good either. It's based on a book. There were multiple endings. They were all different, which was really interesting.
The dog dies.
Oh, Madison, I was trying to avoid that.
I'm sorry. Well,
In
Austin
my
should
scenario,
know.
it does not. It's super loyal, great dog.
Yeah.
Love
a
it.
Dog.
Give me that dog.
Real quality dog.
This is the dream team, Madison. I'm telling you, I like your team, but
Your dog's only going to live for 10 years max.
yeah, but I mean, so
You're going
am
to
I
live
in the
probably for
apocalypse.
another 40, 50.
It's the apocalypse.
Okay.
Medicine ain't that good. Jason Bourne can only fix me up at a shady bathroom so many times.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There we go.
Josh.
Oh man, I've honestly this entire time I've been struggling because
too.
Most recently I've just been watching like comedy TV shows and movies. So like I'm just like thinking we're gonna die so fast because no one's resourceful in those movies and TV shows except for Ron Swanson. I already
That's a
got him.
super
I feel like
solid
that's a
pick.
good
Yeah.
pick.
You
Yeah.
might
that's
not
what-
need anyone else.
I know that's where I'm kind of like okay.
He might be your 2 and 3.
If you can convince him to stick
So-
with you and not go rogue.
No, I think Ron Swanson's faithful.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like he
What a
pretends
guy.
to not be, but he is faithful
What a
as all
guy.
get out. We all know that.
Okay.
And I've just been thinking. I've got my doctor,
Yep.
and I've got my resourceful
Handyman.
guy, handyman, and both of those guys are two quality leaders, I think, as well.
So you
know?
need someone who.
And so that's going to be a little bit of tension where just who's going to balance that out. Then there's me. I have a history degree, so I can
Nailed it.
provide a lot to the table there.
I
You
mean, I have
fish,
computer
kind of?
science,
I mean,
so I'm also not
I
great.
do. I'm just going to go with the fact that I've grown up in Montana.
That's decent.
And
Yeah.
it's like, I know a thing or two about trying to survive in a not city
Okay.
Yeah.
or maybe a city jungle.
Yeah.
If George is there. I don't know. George of the Jungle City.
George, I'm telling you. I'm going to be
So,
rallying for this guy for the entire
I'm
race.
really just like sitting here like we just need.
I feel like you haven't actually picked anyone.
No,
yet.
I
You're still
haven't.
stalling.
I've been rambling so someone comes to mind and no one's
All
coming
right,
to mind.
Austin, you
right
got
now.
one more character in mind? We'll come back to you, Josh.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let you think.
I'm
about
a
it.
little torn.
Okay.
But I think I would go with from Star Trek, Spock. Oh, good
So,
leader.
He can't have his mind meld abilities. Or yeah,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Because those are kind of supernatural.
Yes,
But okay.
But the
dude.
logic, the leader,
And that's what Sean Spencer needs.
exactly.
That's true.
That's such
So
a
to balance that
well-formed
out-
cast. Everybody's
Well done.
got great talents, and they all fit. That's Austin. I love that.
Cool.
Yep.
Austin's a good. Wow, man, that was clutch.
And also,
Who- wait, who are
in
you-
this
Go ahead.
in this last movie with Spock, like he was dying and bleeding out internally, and he was still like, "Yep, we'll go save the others."
Yes.
I would want that guy on my team.
Yeah.
So who are you torn between?
I was torn between him and potentially someone a little beefier, like, I've just been watching Star Trek recently, so I'm thinking like Worf or something. Someone
Does he?
big-
He can have his
beefy.
batleth too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was who I was torn with, is someone security officer esque that could just beat up people.
That's great,
So
dude. You wouldn't take a Ferengi? Come on. Those guys could talk you out of anything. They're also hideous.
yes,
I wouldn't want to have to look at them every day. Okay. Do you got one more, Josh?
I think so. No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I guess just thinking of that, you do want a be like
want some
post-apocalyptic.
brawn.
You're gonna want some muscle. I'm not bringing it to the table. Ron Swanson's got a shotgun.
He's got a dad bod.
He's got a dad bod. If you've seen Lost, Jack Shepard can throw a punch, but I don't know if he could hold his own in like a real
A fist fight.
big time.
So you need a
fight.
scrapper.
I need a scrapper. So, I might go with like, wow.
Do you have a name you just can't? You can't remember the
I
name?
had a name and now it's just gone.
What show?
I don't even know. This is
Okay, let's collectively pick
Story
a
of my life.
brawler.
A scrapper for
Yeah.
Josh.
I'm thinking like
I'm going with head guy of Star Trek in all the movies.
Kirk.
The lead guy,
Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
Captain
Captain
Kirk.
Kirk.
I'm going with Captain
Man,
Kirk.
that's three
He's-
leaders is going to be a struggle.
But
That's what I'm
he's-
saying. That's not a well-formed team.
He's the ultimate scrapper.
I've got
though.
I've got it.
We got it. Josh got it.
You guys seen The Princess Bride?
Yes.
Andre the
Fezzik?
Giant. Fezzik.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Just
That's
a big,
it. Oh.
just a big guy. He's a team player. Just can hold his own and help you out in a pinch.
I
If
love
you
it.
got some big like bad dude gang coming up, that's kind of post-apocalyptic. I'm thinking where it's like everyone's kind of forming these gang tribes things, and he's just gonna punch your way out of something.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so let's recap all our team members, and
Okay.
then I'm going to throw a scenario at you, and you tell me how well you think your team is
Okay.
going to do.
Okay.
Okay. What's your team?
Okay, my team: Jack Shepard from Lost.
Okay.
I just forgot my second guy, Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec, and Fezzik from Princess Bride.
Nice. Okay. I've got Leslie Nope from
We know. Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Q from James Bond, and Indiana Jones
That's good.
From Indiana Jones.
from Indiana Jones.
From all three of the
In
movies.
his younger
All four of the
years.
movies.
No.
By the way.
There's only three.
Okay, there's only three.
All right, Ask.
Okay, got Sean Spencer from Psych. I have MacGyver from MacGyver, and I have Spock from Star Trek.
Oh, I love it.
Man, that's a team.
Okay. I have Jason Bourne from Jason Bourne. I have George of the Jungle, and I have the dog. I can't remember its name from
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
All right, hit me with that
Okay.
scenario.
This is a scenario. All your characters have decided to visit Bozeman for your birthday party. You all are friends. Suddenly, a viral outbreak breaks out across the globe. People are quickly deteriorating into a zombie form. The governments are in chaos. They don't know what to do.
That's a lot to happen during a birthday party.
I know.
It's a terrible
They
birthday.
don't know what to do. Your
25 is going to
cousin
be miserable, Nathan.
has come up with a cure. And this information you need to get to the company on the other side, on the East Coast in New York City, so that they can manufacture this cure. They're trusting you and your party to get the information there.
So it's like Lord of the Rings now that
Yes.
we've put them into.
Yeah.
You got to have an end goal. That's your end goal.
Jeez.
Get the information there for the cure.
Okay.
It's on a flash drive, of course. How will your team fare?
I don't know, my dude.
You've got a dog.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's my saving grace. But I also have George of the Jungle. Like, I really like that choice if it was just like surviving.
Yeah.
But now that I have a mission, I don't trust that guy worth beans. He's my loose cannon. I don't know. I think if we're trying to decide which of these 4 teams would win, I think I'm out of the running. Right?
I don't know. Maybe you could focus George.
Or we could just abandon him and just take Jason Bourne and the dog, because I think that's a good team.
I mean, Jason Bourne would get it done.
Yeah.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, but so would Spock.
Spock would get it done in a heartbeat.
And MacGyver could help where Spock would not be able to because of logical reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
But MacGyver does not
ingenuity
operate
piece
by
there. Yeah.
So, and then Sean Spencer would just be having funny quotes the whole time to make it a good watchable movie.
Yeah.
So Austin's group is really
Solid.
Austin's group is solid.
Yep.
My concern is Ron's not going to care about a single other soul.
And the government told him to do it. That's the biggest problem.
I've got a huge problem with Ron. Jack Shepard and Fezzik is going to go wherever.
Yeah, but he's probably pretty slow.
Yeah. But I mean, we just kind of start cruising. He'll be fine.
That's true.
You know, he's going to have some
He knows how to sail.
good rhymes while we're walking.
Are we
Yeah.
assuming we're fighting off zombie attacks?
There will be the occasional zombie attack. Of course, there's the upheaval and grab for resources.
Yep.
Oh,
So you've got the
humans.
wandering
And-
human tribes.
And I'm sure somehow someone's going to find out you have an important flash drive that lots of money could be made off of. It was selfish. And
Yeah, hold
you
that
got to
for ransom. And
fight that guy. You know, that's the main. You got the zombies on the side, but you got this antagonist
Okay.
Probably.
character.
the person who you did not give a piece of cake to at the
Yeah.
birthday party.
And I think honestly,
oh man, that's a good callback to the beginning of the movie. It feels
if
like so
somehow
long ago.
I can like talk Ron into just coming along with us, eventually he'll come around.
I mean,
feel
he
like
worked
the
for the government.
He
loyalty-
worked for the government. He'd come around.
Yeah.
It would just sometimes you'd be like, Ron, we got stuff we need to do.
Oh,
Do it for Leslie Nope.
Yeah.
one sec.
She's-
Hold on. Pause real quick, guys.
Pause.
We lost our camera. We've been talking for a while.
Nickel.
Can we put like some kind of Wii music in here where it's like do 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 do.
Cool. Okay, so what we got so far? Nathan's team is probably out.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
done. I'm done.
Your team's fine. You're gonna crush
This is
it.
great.
Solid
Yours is
contender.
probably out just because of Ron.
Mine's a
But
maybe.
I think
I'm a
yours is a
strong
maybe.
maybe because loyal Ron.
But not as good as
eventually-
Austin's,
Yeah,
is all
it's
I'm
not as
saying.
good as Austin's, but I think Ron would eventually come through. We'd end up with a kayak.
Sure.
By the time we get to some water, that we can just kayak up the river.
Trade that to the
Yeah.
main villain.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I know this is not classic Indiana Jones mission type, but I feel like the whole return the something to the something is right up Indiana Jones
That's a good
deal.
point.
And Q's always supporting James Bond, so I feel like he would just be like, "Okay, Indy, let me help you out." And I don't know about Leslie Knope; she'd probably just be along for the friends. But like,
Yeah.
No, she'd get it done. But I feel like Indiana Jones is more like go steal the thing and bring it back than like take this to somebody.
But that would be helpful for when the protagonist steals the thing.
yeah,
That's true.
the antagonist, you mean?
Yeah, antagonist. Sorry.
True. I'm
Got
still if we're gonna put it to a vote.
Austin.
Austin.
Austin's
Austin's
team.
the winning
Yeah.
team.
That's pretty solid team, dude.
Good
Talk
work.
to.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well, that's about all
what
the
a
time
fun
we
discussion.
have. Quite literally.
Yeah.
We're running out of camera
That
space
was
real quick.
a very fun discussion, though.
So yeah, thanks for that question, Madison. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That maybe should have been its own episode because I didn't think it would be that fun to talk about.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
it was
do it
great.
again
Turns
later.
out
We'll
it is.
do some other pick a movie character type
Yeah,
thing. So.
we
Cool.
can come up with our.
But thank you all for
Yeah.
watching. If you are interested in hearing more of us, you can check out the links in the description for where you can find us on other platforms like Google Play Music and Apple Podcasts. If you have something you'd like us to talk about on the podcast, feel free to leave a comment. If it's a question or just a subject you'd like us to cover, and if it's good and not a piece of garbage, we will get to it.
Well, I mean, if it's anything, we'll get to it.
That's
Let's
true.
be honest.
We're running out of ideas.
Valid.
So, yeah, thank you for joining us. And anything
We'll
else
be
we need
back
to plug?
next time.
Yeah. Check
Yeah.
out our website, jeffandjosh.net, if
Yep.
you want to see the episodes a day early, possibly buy a t-shirt. So, yeah, that's all we got.
Should do it.
All right.
That's a
Be
wrap.
here till next
There
time.
we go.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We'll be here
until
next time. I think that's what
We'll
I'm
be
gonna
here
say.
until next time.
I have a tagline, but I can never remember.
I dropped my phone.
Okay, we need to. Can you task cam the black because it died, and so we don't have audio.